Guys, welcome back. This is YCL playoffs. This would be semifinals. As you guys know, we won last week against the Delaware Dittos. Yeah, that team was really interesting. I really like that matchup, of course. And you're probably wondering yourself, why is Avery dressed up? Well, my opponent today is Mountaih of the Immunity Idols. And Mountaih gets dressed up for almost every single video for Draft League. So, as a result, I've decided to take a tactic up that most do not do. Because I decided to dress up, and you'll notice some of the names of my mons are going to be very different from what they'd usually be. That's because a lot of them are names Mountaih uses with his Pokemon. Of course, with that being said, if you guys like this video, leave a like, comment, subscribe. This will be either the final video for YCL, or if we win, we will make it to finals and we'll fight either Sven, who you guys know, friend of the channel, or I think his name is Badass Frostlass. Frostlass is also undefeated just like Mountaih, so it's really the battle of the 4-1s versus the 5-0s, because Sven is also 4-1. I'd rather fight Sven's team, but honestly, it's a little bit more annoying because, you know, he has a lot of other threats. But regardless of that fact, whatever happens today. I'm gonna have as much fun as possible. So this team builder will be a little bit more, there'll be a little bit more explanation, obviously. There'll be a little bit more going on because I really do want to explain the method to my madness with this matchup. But Mountaih has Landorus Incarnate, Zeraora, Blastoise, Bronzong, Dragalge, Incineroar, Ribombee, Serena, Throw, Lickitung, and Lunatone to end it off. So right now we're gonna cross off the bottom three. I don't see them coming. Throw, it could be like the most likely, or maybe even the least likely, depending on how you look at it. I think Lickitung is the most likely. Lickitung is just a bulky normal, and it's unaffected by Spectre's attacks. However, that being said, we have a lot more Pokemon that are threatening to Lickitung, excuse me, than just some Spectre threatening the entirety of Mountaih's team. Mountaih doesn't need Lickitung, because he has an Incineroar, and we're gonna start there. Incineroar is Fire Dark, very bulky, and he could either run an Assault Vest set or just a very Spadef set to a point where it would make sense for me to bring Spectrier. But with what set I'm bringing, we do easily kind of like 4-hit to 5-hit KO it, so it's not really too threatening, but we do need to be careful in the end game against it. Other than that, easily another Pokemon that's coming is Landorus Incarnate. It's very strong, it's very threatening. But it is probably the craziest Pokemon he has. This is Sheer Force Lando, so he's been able to really utilize this, and while it's not exactly his kill leader by like 1 kill, it is still probably his best Pokemon if I had to argue it against Zeraora. I mean, if it didn't have a death and it had an extra kill, they'd be tied. But speaking of Zeraora, it's the fastest Pokemon, and it's the most threatening Pokemon for that regard. But we know how to deal with Zeraora. At least I've drafted it before. I've fought it many times. We don't exactly have the greatest ground type in Stunfisk, though many would argue that that is the Hero King God. Regardless of that fact, I think Landorus and Zeraora work very well together. One can be a sweeper, one can be a cleaner, or one can be a breaker, one can be a cleaner, etc. You guys get it, because sweeper and cleaner are the same thing. So we have Landorus, Zeraora, and Incineroar. The next three are really up to him. I'm gonna go ahead and cross off Ribombee and Dragalge, which leaves us with Serena, Blastoise, and Bronzong, mostly because him bringing webs wouldn't hurt me as much, mostly because I do have good defog, and a lot of my Pokemon are slow, so it wouldn't affect me until the end game with Spectrier versus something like Landorus, but it wouldn't be too bad personally, but we do have to look out for that, obviously, so we do have defog one of our mons. But Ribombee is really just gonna be there for setting up webs. If it's trying to set up to end the game, as long as I have Melmetal and really Snorlax alive, that can't happen. I crossed off Dragalge mostly because I have a great steal in Melmetal, so if any, you know, poison moves coming out, Melmetal's there to stop it. And Snorlax and Melmetal in tandem do beat up on Dragalge quite a lot. Even if it outspeeds us, it's not going to OHKO us straight up because we are more specially defensive than we need to be, but that's because of Landorus. So we're not gonna really care about Dragalge this game. We are prepared for it no matter what, but it is a Pokemon where I'm kind of sitting there like, we'll be fine. After that, I did say Blastoise and Bronzong and Serena would be coming, so Blastoise could be a Shell Smash sweeper, or it could be a defensive check to Urshifu Rapid Strike. I expect the latter, so we'll see how it goes. Either or, like, the sets are really, really good. Shell Smash in the end game can actually be really, really dangerous if Finny's dead, but also because we're so Spadef on something like Melmetal, and because Urshifu does have the rest of his investments, Spadef, we do live in Aurasphere, so it's not like we're in trouble if that happens. Best believe Ben tested with us Modest, so we should be fine. Bronzong is kind of just there for rocks. It could also be Castleberry plus Gyro Ball or even Payback to really hit Spectre hard, but the unfortunate part for Bronzong is that it gets hard countered by something like my Melmetal and Snorlax if I'm running Acid Armor, and because he's not going to be running any speed on Bronzong, we assume, we'll outspeed it all the time. Even then, if you go into something like Stunfisk and get it paralyzed off of a Gyro Ball or a Body Press, then we can easily just be fine with that exchange. I'd rather be paralyzed than anything else. We've been coming up with sets with rocks, Gyro Ball, and Body Press mostly. We haven't really decided on a last move. Ben's been using Explosion, Sandy was using Rest. They both tried Rest. I think Rest is more likely, just because if it's Levitate, at least it's off the ground, so it's not affected by Tapu Fini's terrain. Serena's last. Ben's been running around with this Choice Scarf Serena set. There's also the chance that it is a defensive Serena set, but Choice Scarf sounds a bit better. It outspeeds generally my team that would care about it. I don't think Mountaih is going to go for an HJK ever. I think he's not the riskiest person in the world, so we'll see how it goes. He's very methodical in how he plays, which I've been really looking at. And also, like, Serena being Scarfed actually hits a lot of my Mons, but if he goes for the wrong move, for instance, then we're in a better position. Other than that, Rocky Helmet or Leftovers, it doesn't really matter. We can sense that he might go for Synthesis some turns, but we have to see what item it is first. And to explain what I brought, I'm just going to tell you, this is not the Dracloak game, unfortunately. I'm sorry to disappoint you. I really wanted to bring it, but it's not very good here. Even if I Dragon Dance up, it doesn't, like, OHKO certain things, and it gets outsped, so we're not doing that this week. Trevenant was almost coming, but there's far too much on this team that beats it. Bolton and Vanillux and Crobat were all going to come this week, but individually they work, but they're not a part of the master plan. Crobat was the most likely, but we kind of found it, or at least I found it to be kind of just a bad Pokemon to bring this week, if I'm being real with you. Bolton gets shut down by too many things, and Vanillux does as well, so we're kind of like, Bolton was more likely because at least if it got shut down, if we get off a Flame Charge, then at least we're kind of in business, but that means we're limited to 4 move slot syndrome, and that also means that Incineroar intimidates us very easily, and we don't need that. So with that being said, that leaves Melmetal, Finny, Spectrier, Urshifu Rapid Strike, Snorlax, and the Hero King himself, Stunfisk. So usually Mountaih goes to his game to show you his Mons, but I'm just gonna go to Showdown because it's right here. You can see this as 3.6. Yeah, I've rebuilt this team several times. So let's go and talk about it. So we got Cash Money, Tapu Fini, 148 defense. This allows us to live a Plasma Fist that is Jolly. If it's Adamant, it's a roll. We always live it if we're at full. 108 special attack with Modest and 252 speed. This speed allows us to outspeed any Serena unless it's Scarf. Basically, this is just a good enough hitter. We didn't really need this kind of set, but every other set I was testing wasn't working. Wakanberry especially wasn't working, so this allows us to come in every time and hit a Pokemon for very good damage. If Bronzong's a switch in for being Spadef, then Hydro Pump still does a good chunk. If it's Serena that we predict coming in, Ice Beam doesn't OHKO max HP, but it does a fair bit, so we should be fine. And if it's Blastoise we're predicting, then Moonblast will always do a good chunk of damage. So regardless of what happens, I think Tapu Fini's really, really good with specs this game. We were originally running Trick to catch Bronzong and other things, but it's not worth tricking items right now. So we have to see how that's going to go for us. But yeah, other than that, Finny's actually really fun this game. We do need to be very, very careful around Landorus and Zeraora. I'd rather it's not get hit by Zeraora. but everything else is kind of just a non-threat. Well, not really, but you guys understand what I mean. There's not a whole lot else threatening this as long as they're not choiced and such. Moving on, we got the boss. Spectre with leftovers. 12 in HP and 84 in defense. This means we live a knockoff if we're at a certain percentage from Zeraora. I know that sounds weird, but best believe it came down to it and we needed this. 252 in special attack, 4 in Spadef, because we had that leftover. 156 in speed. This allows us to outspeed Landorus no matter what. Originally this set was Scarf, so if Rabambi got down webs, then at the very least we would be able to be faster than Landorus despite being under webs, because obviously webs will put you at least one less down than what your Scarf would put you at or whatever bullshit. Basically, if I had Scarf and I was at 169 instead of 170, I would go down to 168 by webs logic, because that's how it actually works. And then I would speed tie with the Landorus, and we don't want that. So otherwise, protect subs, Mudshot Shadow Ball, we really don't need much else. This set can easily stall out what Mountaih wants to do with his Incineroar, or just in general, if we sub or if we protect during this game, we can see what happens. Otherwise, this could be an interesting set to see if he wants to go for like Trick Room on his Bronzong as well, because if we sub first and we see it obviously go after us and he doesn't go for an attack, then we are in better situation. Just because we can Shadow Ball, then there will be 3 turns, we can protect, then it'll be 2 turns, then he'll hit us with Incineroar if it's coming in, then we can sub again, then we can protect and get rid of Trick Room. Basically, it's a really good, like, okay enough plan to at least not lose to Incineroar, but not also lose to Trick Room, if you guys know what I mean. All we need to do is get off the sub first, because we can't just protect automatically. There's not a whole lot, well, there's only really one Mon that outspeeds us on his team unless he has a Scarfer, so Spectre is fun. If he's Scarfing Incineroar by any means, this battle does become a slight bit easier, because I'm not going to stay in on Incineroar Spectre. I'm more or less going to protect to scout and then go into something like my Stunfisk, which we'll talk about in a bit. Next up, we've got Majestic, we've got Snorlax, Assault Vest, Dark Slayer, Body Slam, Ice Punch, Earthquake. General coverage is really, really easy. 4 in HP because that's what he had left over. 212 in attack. This ensures that Earthquake can always OHKO and Ice Punch can always OHKO, the specific things being Zeraora and Landorus Incarnate respectively. 116 in defense being Impish just means that we are guaranteed, I think, 3 hit KO'd or 4 hit KO'd. I think it's 3 KO'd by Zeraora's Plasma Fist. If it's close combat, we don't die in one shot, so that's really good. 140 in Spadef with the Assault Vest ensures that Landorus will always 4 KO us with Earth Power. And then 36 in speed is just to counteract the fact that we hit 50 speed, and I believe Bronzong does as well. So if Bronzong wants to go up by 1 or up by 2, we're going up by 5. So it has to be like a 60 speed Bronzong, which means there are less EVs to give away to things like Spadef, HP, and defense. So that's why we have this. Next up, we got St. Pepsi, the Stunfisk. This Stunfisk is probably one of the weirdest backbones to a team you'll ever hear me describe. Obviously, as you guys know, I meme up Stunfisk a lot for being a hero and a god, but it is truly an underrated Pokemon. Magnet Rise, Surf, Stealth Rock, Earth Power with 252 defense, 100 special attack, and 156 Spadef. This ensures that we don't die to specific hits such as Zeraora going for like CC when we're at like not 50, I think like 60%, I believe. But we don't die from a bunch of random ass hits. Additionally, we take Scald from regular neutral Blastoise. We can't take an Earth Power, unfortunately, from Landorus, but here's the idea. If it's Stunfisk versus a different Pokemon, we can Magnet Rise in the face of a Landorus coming in, right? Or we can just directly Surf if we believe it's coming in. Landorus does not fear Stunfisk. It is immune to both of its stabs. Mountaih should go into something like not Blastoise, something like Serena, because that also resists its stabs, but it's not immune to them. But if he goes Landorus, we Surf first, just to throw him off the scent. We can also Magnet Rise, then Surf on his U-turn, or we can set up rocks depending on how we feel. Now, obviously, if it's me versus him, and he wants to go for Rock Polish, but he's already low on health, Or at least if he's at like 65-ish%, Surf will Oko after that. But we need to be sure first and foremost. So we're going to Surf every single time just because I don't think he goes into Serena. But if he does, then at least he sees that we have Surf and he's not going to want to go into his Pokemon. We want to set up Rocks initially, so this could be our lead. If Landorus is his lead, that's going to be unfortunate, but this could be our lead depending on how we see the match going. If Rabombi is what he wants to lead off with, then we have Strong Bad, the Melmetal. Melmetal has Ice Punch, Darkest Lair, Earthquake, Acid Armor. We have no Steel move. I know that looks weird, but it's also just to make sure that Rabombi is going to not be here. Rabombi, starting off, will always put up webs. We're not going to go for the kill. We're going to go for Acid Armor. Because we don't have a Steel move to kill it with. So, as a result of that, that's really up to Mountaih to see what he wants to do. He's not beating this Melmetal with his Rabombi. And additionally, with our Shucca Berry, we will always be able to live in Earth Power and Oko back with Ice Punch against his Landorus. On top of that, with the Acid Armor, we live a close combat from, guess who, Zeraora, and when we don't kill with Earthquake exactly, we still do a good chunk of damage. Darkest Lair can 2-hit, or even 3-hit KO Bronzong mostly, and yeah. This Shucca Berry needs to stay intact. If it doesn't, then Melmetal becomes more of a pawn for just trying to see what's going on in a situation. This originally had Thunder Wave, but I realized after a little bit, we do have Misty Surge. And also, it's not as useful as you think it is, so we're going to go ahead and not do that. Granted, it would have been better this game, but we're going to go ahead and avoid it. Last but certainly not least, we have Affluent, the Urshifu Rapid Strike. This is also a really weird backbone to a team. Aqua Jet, Surging Strikes, Thunder Punch, and U-Turn. We don't need a fighting move, because why would we? Against his team, we already do enough damage with our water moves, and if Landorus is low, Aqua Jet will kill. Especially if it's like a 1v1 and he's at low enough HP, we're adamant, so we should be able to kill him with Aqua Jet every time. Thunder Punch is mostly there for Blastoise coming in on our Surging Strikes. We are Protected Pass to avoid the Rocky Helmet chip, so we will probably just end up being fine for this battle, but we have to scout our damage with this first and foremost. With this set though, I really want to lead it, but I'm very afraid of Choice Scarf Serena, so there's no definitive lead right now, but given Mountaih's team, this should be a fine match. I'm firmly believing that this is going to be me walking into a dark room and getting hit upside the head with a bat somehow, but that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this team builder, and yes, I'll still be dressed up for the battle with webcam on because that's what he does, so I'm just going to imitate greatness, I suppose. Regardless, guys, thank you guys for watching, and I'll give you a question of the day at the end of the video like I usually do for these battles, but I'll talk to you guys in a bit. Alright guys, we're going to get started against Mountaih and his immunity idols. I have my notebook, I have my calc, I'm also streaming in my... Oh shit, there was my bottle. I'm also streaming in my Discord server to my front office. If you want to join my front office, you should let me know. I think my video that went up whenever I'm recording this should be the quarterfinals video, but this is a semifinals video, funny enough, as you guys know. If you guys want to join the front office, you let me know. And, you know, if you're qualified or if you're one of my good friends, you can join. But, you know, we run a pretty funny system around here, cousin. So, there's that. I'm going to write down my mons first before I forget them. And then we will get started. Spec and Urshifu RS. Alright. Let's see what he brings. I'm gonna turn off my camera so I can see the top mon. Oh my god. There's no Serena, but it's Lickitung, and there's no Bronzong, but there's Dragalge, man. I knew we should have tested that. God damn it. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. So he has two definitive ways of beating my Spectre. Okay. No, that's fine. No, that's fine. That's fine. That is fine. This is surprising. Lickitung? Alright, bro. Alright. No, ain't no problem. Ain't no problem. Alright, I'm gonna close up my Discord so that I can't see what they're saying in there. So, you know, no crazy shit. No one trying to tell me what to do. His fastest Pokemon is Zeraora at 213 speed, so he's definitely not leading it. if I had to wager, I'm going to go ahead and lead Affluent because I don't see Serena. And we're going to go from there. No matter what wants to come in, it won't want to take damage unless it's Dragalge. If Dragalge's the lead, we'll find out now, won't we? Because then it'll either be a flip turn or a Draco, and I have Strong Bed to switch into. GG or GLHF to Mountaih. Let's get it started, boys. All right, here we go. Oh, man, he brought it. The Lickitung is here, bruh. The Lickitung is here. Mountaih's image is funny, though. But yeah, this should be a good one. This should be a certified hood classic. God damn, really? Strong Bed, that's the Incineroar. I memorized his name, so I know what he's doing. Oh, this man's about to hold this. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Not again. All right, I Thunder Punch, I believe, to catch Blasters, and then I U-turn. Because he's switching into Blasters 100%. He wouldn't stay in here. He shouldn't. Even if he doesn't switch out, this is still not a bad mid-ground play. Because I don't lose anything off of this. Yep, that's a switch out. Yep, there's Blastoise, because that's cash money. See, I memorize his names. Hold this. Ah, nice 25. Oh, about 30. So he is definitely Rocky Helmet, if I had to wager. So we're going to U-turn and get some more damage off. No Bronzong and no Serena is really, really good. I'm going to put my face back on screen so you guys can see me. All right, we're doing good. We're doing good. All right, so... yeah, we U-turn. I don't care what comes in here, actually. So, he's not going to be able to kill me this turn. So he either switches out himself a flip turn or he does something else. I think he attacks. I can go into Finny here, actually. Yeah, I can actually go into Finny unless he flip turns. If he flip turns, then we're in a really bad position. Because then he goes hard Dragalge, and I don't really want to switch in on that with Melmetal and Majestic. But I have to go Finny to get up the Misty Surge. Because since he's defensive, given the Thunder Punch damage, Moonblast should be able to pick up a KO from here. If he goes into flip turn to go into Dragalge, we have to switch out. Unfortunately, because Ice Beam will never kill even at max HP. As far as I understand it. Yeah, it's a flip turn. Okay, so he's going to go into Dragalge this turn. I can't speak, I'll tell you what. Yeah, Ice Beam only does 69.7 to max HP Dragalge, so we can't stay in here. Which is fine. Saint Pepsi, that should be... ooh, okay, I forgot that was that name. Yeah, that makes sense to go into this. But now he's going for a knockoff this turn or a Plasma Fist. It doesn't matter. My Saint Pepsi's coming in. Because now he's sitting there like, why did you name your Pokemon after mine? Imitation is the best form of flattery, I tell you what. And we go into our Saint Pepsi. He's going to go for knockoff, obviously. He's going to take some Rocky Helmet. Chip. And he's not Life Orb, he's Leftovers. Okay. What this tells us is that he is most certainly a bulk up variant or a different kind of variant. I'm going to go for Surf because he doesn't have Serena. Dragalge shouldn't be coming in, and Lickitung shouldn't be coming in either. Landorus should be the switch-in. Because if he's expecting Earth Power, Landorus should be the switch-in. There's nothing else he can go into. Yes! Yes! Give me some health off of you, boy! Yeah! Mountaih, I'm putting you on a pack. Come here, brother. Alright, we got the Surf off, which is really, really good. We can Earth Power next time. We're gonna go into Snorlax. If he goes Incineroar, we can Earthquake this turn. He's going for Earth Power. We're not gonna take that much. Yeah, that's not a bunch. That is a 3 KO, perhaps. No, that's a 4 hit. That's a 4 hit. Because the last hit won't do it. We just Body Slam this turn. Because he's gonna U-turn. Obviously, or he's just gonna regularly switch it. I could also just double out to see if he's gonna go for focus. If he goes for Focus Blast, that'd be kind of cringe. I'm gonna Body Slam. He's not going for Focus Blast. No balls. Oh, he has Superpower. Ben was correct. Okay, good. But we live! No way. If your Metro don't trust you, I'm gonna shoot you. Let's go! First kill of the game, and I don't have to worry about it no more. It is Snorlax killing the boss. The defensive investments, I knew I would be living at some point something. Let's go. Let's go, Lax. First kill of the game, baby. All right. Let's tone it down. So his best switching could be Zeraora, could be Blasters, could be literally anything. We outspeed Lickitung, and depending on his nature, we can outspeed Dragalge as well. I don't think we have enough to outspeed Dragalge. I think we only have 36 speed. Yeah, we're only at 55, so Dragalge should outspeed us. It was probably a roll that wasn't in my favor, but even if it wasn't, he would have to make the decision to go into something else like Blastoise, which would risk him catching an Aqua Jet and a Thunder Punch, which could put him in range to die to Urshifu. So whether that was a roll or not happens. It probably was, but you know, Ben was right for the superpower play because Focus Blast could miss, so I'll admit that. So here comes Blastoise. Cash Money, or well, Majestic isn't really needed anymore, so we can just body slam this. If anything, I think he flip turns. It's pretty obvious. So we're just gonna go for our body slam here. The rapid spin. Okay. Ain't no problem. Ain't no problem at all. Ain't not a problem at all. Which means the Shuca Berry and Melmetal is not needed anymore. I love it when a good plan comes together. He's +1 speed. We go into Cash Money. Nothing on his team wants to take a Moonblast by Dragalge, and even then, if we get a special attack drop, that'd be dope. So Blastoise does end up killing Lax. Okay, that's fine. We don't need it anymore. I could have gone into something else like Spec or something to expect it, but like, I don't know who Rapid Smith there. I Moonblast. I have no reason not to. He has nothing that hurts me. Like flip turns, okay. Yeah, okay. So Dragalge is either coming in or he's thinking that I'm gonna call out Dragalge and go for an Ice Beam here, but it's really up to what he wants to do. I think Dragalge is the obvious switch in. If he loses Incineroar and Lickitung low, no, that's just Dragalge. Okay, we're gonna see how much this does. Max HP shouldn't be taking that much. Match HP takes 45.9 to 54.6. Oh my god, he is Spadef as fuck. Am I doing that calc right? Yeah, I am. Oh, yeah, he has Spadef. Oh, he has Spadef. So next time he comes in, I can Ice Beam twice. My switch in is probably gonna end up being... I guess I could have kept Majestic for this, but like, we should be fine unless he's Focus Blast, which I mean, at that point, good for you. I'm not too scared of Focus Blast because it can miss. If he doesn't miss, obviously, then that becomes concerning, but Melmetal isn't great anymore. So we could see how this one goes. Let's see. Now it just goes for flip turn. So this is gonna be an Incineroar switch in, I assume, because I don't know what else would come in here. Like Blasters can come in, sure, but Oristeur's not doing a chunk to us unless he's SS. If he's SS, then that could be interesting. But we haven't seen any evidence that he's SS yet. Strong Bed, that's Incineroar. Okay, no, that's fine. We just go back into Stunfisk here. Actually, yeah, we have to go into Stunfisk because if he knocks off Finny's item, we're in a bad position. I need that damage still. And I need him to get static. Oh no, we're in terrain, never mind. Yeah, he's overheat. Oh, okay, that's fine. Interesting. 143 down to 11. Oh, that was a crit. Okay. So he was a little bit special. That's interesting. I don't think we outspeed this because this hits 80, unfortunately. And I guess Ben was kind of... Oh, Eject Pack! Oh, that's really cool. I like that. I like that a lot. Kind of upset that I don't have Snorlax all of a sudden. This is coming in. This is going to be a knockoff, I believe. This is kind of bad. This positioning is bad, but it allows in Melmetal, which allows me to Earthquake still when something else comes in. So we should be fine with that exchange. So if I let this die, I go into what? I go into Melmetal, Earthquake no matter what, because even if What's-His-Face comes in at Earthquake, and I can probably do it again, we should be fine for that exchange. Yeah, I think we should be fine. Because his close combat won't kill us. At least it shouldn't. So Zera's gonna take Stunfisk, unfortunately. You did the job you're supposed to do, okay, Stunfisk? Which is scare my opponent. And now he's back to full, but we're a nice little Melmetal. Unless he gets like +1, I assume, we should be fine with this exchange. I don't want to go into Spectre and make him think that it's Scarf yet. But I have the Earthquake here because getting that damage on something else would be really, really good. I could also Acid Armor, but I think Earthquake is just the best middle ground play. I'm also not afraid of Dragalge anymore because it seems like he's just going to flip turn and he might be Specs. This should be Incineroar. Yeah, that's Incineroar. I need to check how much investment he would need to actually Oko. Because I don't think he Okos because we're max Bedef. Let me just see damage real quick before I do this calc. Oh, okay, that's good damage. That's good damage. Incineroar. So he was Overheat. Like that's a lot of damage coming off of that. So let me just do maximum investment modest. Yeah, that's doing 86 maximum, which is 198 if he is going to do that again. I don't think he does. I think we go into Finny and see what he's about. Yeah, I think we go into Finny here. I can't for sure tell you that this is a good play, but I can for sure say that he shouldn't go for Overheat again. Because the first time I went to Stunfisk, this time I'm going into this. And even if he knocks off, it's not like the damage becomes worse somehow. It's just like, whatever. No, he goes for knockoff. Of course he does. Okay. Knocks off our specs. Okay. So he dies here. We go for Ice Beam. Because Dragalge's coming in. Unless he goes hard into Blastoise, which will die to Moonblast. The best middle ground is Moonblast, because we're outspeed Dragalge. Okay, interesting. I like this play, though. I like this. That was a good mid-ground play. I could have just not switched up, but it's whatever. I'm going to Moonblast and Ice Beam. I think non-specs Ice Beam may still kill. I got to see what you're going to be at. If you're at about 50, I think we might still kill. About 45. So let me see. Dragalge. Tapu Fini, no specs. We are modest, though, thankfully. Level 50. 47.6 max. Yeah, see, this is why. And if he's max HP, he does not die. And he's at literally 45. So it's really a roll that might not be in my favor, even. Oh, that sucks. It's a chance. And I can't take this chance because I still need this Pokemon. Like, I quite literally still need this Pokemon. I can't take this risk. I have to go into Melmetal. Because if I don't kill, I don't kill. And then I can lose the game very easily. So I have to go into Melmetal. Yeah, there it is. Awesome. Alright, we Earthquake. Nothing's coming in that wants to take it. And even if Lickitun's coming in, we still have Urshifu. And he doesn't know if we don't have a fighting move on Urshifu, unfortunately, but we should be fine. Because we crit through everything. He should be faster, I imagine. But if he's not specs, this will tell us if he's specs or not if he switches out automatically. I couldn't stay in there. There's no reason to. And I'm glad I didn't. So Earthquake should be fine, good middle ground. And that puts Incineroar in range of Spectre. Okay, he's not specs. That's good to know. But he's also not Black Sludge, which is also important to know. So that's good. That's good. Incineroar coming back in will still take another Earthquake. And he doesn't want to do that. Yeah, he really doesn't want to keep taking these Earthquakes. And Overheat still doesn't kill us from this range if he's max. Because we're at like 200 something. Yeah. I think we can confidently stay in, but it's very dependent on how I want to go about the rest of this game. Because Zeraora is at full. I need this Pokemon a lot. But if I switch into Affluent right now, we could see him go for Overheat, Surging Strikes now, or he goes for U-turn or Parting Shot and puts us on the back leg a little bit. And that's really where this decision-making comes up really, really short. So I'm kind of scared of going to Finny, because Finny taking more damage isn't good. But also, like, it's not like it's an endgame where Finny actually wins out. It's more so that it's still faster than everything else he has. So I think we have to go into Affluent and see what happens. Because he's at low enough range to where anything, one Spectre hit should be able to do it. And I need Spectre still just in case. So I think Affluent, I think this has to be the play. He's probably not going for knockoff. He's probably going for Overheat because there's nothing else to knock off here. Parting Shot. Okay, see, this is what I was talking about. Of course you go for Parting Shot, because that makes more sense. And that's why I was afraid of doing this play, which means now I lose Finny, unfortunately. Yeah, I think I lose Finny here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to lose Finny. Yeah, because I can't lose Urshifu. Urshifu's way too valuable right now. Like, way too valuable right now. And I don't know what his set is still. He's only used knockoff. And he's leftovers. So if he's like a bulk up set, I'm fucked. If he's a subset, that's worse. So I kind of have to just double out into Finny and hope for the best here. Which isn't good for me, because I hate doing that kind of playstyle. Ah, man, that sucks. That really does suck, because I'm pretty sure he goes hard Plasma Fist. Because if he goes for CC, that's on him, not me. And it allows Melmetal to do a lot more damage. Okay, yeah. Okay, so Finny dies. That's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Finny, I'm sorry, but you did what you could for the team, but now we're in a better position because of it. All right, Melmetal. Let's put on our thinking cap and let's get this started, shall we? If Zeraora takes his damage, it dies. I know that confidently. He's only lost one Pokemon. This is gonna become a domino effect. Okay, Incineroar's gonna die to Earthquake. That's great. Honestly, that's great. So now Incineroar's dead to Melmetal. I could have easily just gone into Urshifu knowing he's gonna switch out, but there's no reason to do that, to risk more damage on Melmetal if I have to switch back in. So Incineroar dies. Okay. The end game right now is to see where Spectra fits into this. And he only has Blastoise, and Blastoise can't do nothing to us. Lickitung currently isn't doing shit to us. Yeah, so that's you coming back in. Okay. I think he goes for bulk up, but I have to Earthquake. If he's a bulk up set, that's gonna become really, really bad for us. I think I have to go for Acid Armor. Excuse me, someone's knocking at my door. Sorry, someone knocked on my door, and I guess they got my Amazon package, because now I have it. It was a cord that I needed, and me and Tori went out to Best Buy to get a new one. We got two of them, really. I have to see how much damage this does. I don't think it's gonna 2-ko. Yeah, it's not 2-koing at all. I'm glad that I Acid Armored now. Okay. So I'm glad I did that. He took up a little bit more time. We're gonna Earthquake here. I don't know what he does here exactly, but we have to Earthquake, because I needed to see if he was bulk up or not. He's gonna withdraw. We're gonna go off the Earthquake, which is great. Yeah, this is Blastoise. Okay. So we should get off a good chunk of damage. Orisa's not gonna kill us, which is good. And we should be okay for this endgame. Ooh, that's nothing. Holy shit, that's nothing. I forgot what I was fighting. Okay. Does he go Aurasphere here, or does he flip turn? That's really the question. Do I have Thunder Punch on this? I don't. I think we have to switch out to call the Aurasphere coming out. He doesn't Dark Pulse here. There's no fucking way. He's too defensive and too... He's gonna Aurasphere a Rapid Spin. He hazes. Oh, okay. Nah, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Ain't no problem for me. Let me sub up then. Fuck it. He's Haze, Rapid Spin, and probably has like a Water Move and something else. He's going Lickitung. Yeah, Golden God. Okay. I have to see if he has knockoff. I have to see how much Mudshot does. He's obviously going to be a Spidef Demon. I could have gone Urshifu here, but Urshifu not having a fighting move kind of sucks now, but we'll discuss that later. We do have Darkest Lariat on our Melmetal, so even if this is a defensive setup Pokemon, we should be okay. I'm going to Mudshot first. I need to see how much I'm doing first. You know, that 10% makes it a 10-hit KO.
That should be knockoff though. Okay. If I had Will-O-Wisp, this would have been a little bit better, but we had terrain, so it didn't matter. So he's always gonna break. I don't know about this. Do I go Urshifu and get rid of our protective pads? No. Do I go Melmetal and get rid of our Shuckleberry? Perhaps. I think I have to, because I have to see what he's about first. I think I have to go into this, then double into Urshifu and see where he's going from there. He did about 20 damage, took away a Shucka. Now I'm gonna double out into Urshifu, because he should be switching out. This should be faster than us too, by the way. I'm pretty sure this is faster than us. Lickitung should be like base 55, unless I am an idiot. It could be, I don't actually know. Seismic Toss, okay. Interesting. So our Surging Strikes here, because he has nothing that wants to take this hit. Correct? Correct. So he's going to Blastoise? Yeah, it is. Okay. So he now realizes that we are the thing, right? Pretty sure he already knows our protective pads from earlier. I think Thunder Punch will kill after this. It should. It's looking like it. He's about 20%-ish. I think this is a kill for us, but if we kill... Here's the problem. I'm going to do the calc really, really quickly because I'm pretty sure I know what I'm about to say is true. But if his Blastoise is max defensive bold, which we're assuming, once again, right? Yeah, U-turn does not kill. It has a higher chance to not kill because he's at about 19. So we have to Thunder Punch and allow in Zeraora, which sucks, but that's the risk we have to take here. And I hate that a lot because now what ends up happening is Spectre is not the end game. Now it's Urshifu as the end game. And that's not good because now Zeraora is free right now. Like literally Zeraora is coming in. Yeah. And I can't switch out. If I switch out, Plasma Fist will definitely 2-hit KO Melmetal. Because we went from like 200 to 145 or something. Yeah, we went from like 204 to 145, which should be about like 80-ish, 79-ish. And we're at 120 something right now. I don't even have to see, we're at 125. We'll get 2-hit KO'd. And that's not good. Now the other thing is the boss can still come in after this and Mudshot the Zeraora and then Mudshot it again. Because we won't die to the knockoff. But that's the problem I'm having. Cause I don't know if Melmetal is worth sacking right now. I think I have to do it because I can't do much else. That like the way I'm losing this is because of just how I went about this, which is unfortunate. Urshifu killed Blastoise though, which is fine. I wish I didn't have to do this, but I have to because 125, 67 was that? Maybe I saw the numbers wrong earlier. Maybe I did. Maybe I did. It could be a roll, and if it's a roll, we're gonna praise Jesus in a minute. He bulks up. That's not good. That's not good at all. I should have Acid Armored. But, okay. Maybe we'll crit through this. Oh no, I think that's G's right there. I think that might be G's. I think the bulk up is actually gonna save him here. Yeah, I think bulk up saving him. I think that's G's. Because if I Acid Armored that turn, we would be in a better position. Because Aqua Jet's not gonna do it, and the boss dies to a +1 knockoff, I'm pretty sure. I think that's it. He CCs. Okay. Now, I'm not confident that Urshifu's gonna do it, but I don't think Aqua Jet's gonna kill. I really don't. And it shouldn't. Yeah, Aqua Jet does 35.5 max, but his Plasma Fist does 106.2 maximum. But since he's +1, it'll kill for sure. And Spectrier dies to a knockoff as well. Yeah, I think that's GG's, man. I think that's G's. I think, there's no shame in losing here, honestly. If I was Colbur Berry, like I said I wanted to be, then this wouldn't have happened, but I'm leftovers because I have to be. Yeah, I have the Surging Strikes in hopes that he does something wrong. Yeah, that's G's. Well, our YCL season comes to a close. We lose to the best coach in the YCL right now, I'm pretty sure, and on the CCS. But that's fine. Honestly, I'm fine with how I played. I played it really well early game. I think personally, it could have gone either way. I still think it could have gone either way, but you know, things happen like that. And I don't feel bad for losing. I knew this was not going to be a good matchup going into this game, unfortunately. So I like, I'm looking at the calc. I'm going to die, so I'm just going to mud shot here. Yeah. But, you know, GG to Mountaih. I don't feel bad for losing. It is unfortunate Zeraora picked up 5 goddamn kills, but it happens that way, you know what I mean? But I kept it close as I possibly could. Things didn't work out the way they could have, but, you know, I still feel good about this season. Went 4-1, got into the playoffs, beat our opponent, and then we unfortunately lose to what, you know, is going to be one of the finalists. You know, I don't feel bad for that. But thank you guys for watching. Obviously, I did dress up for this because Mountaih dresses up in all of his videos. Check out all the other coaches in the description, of course. Draft League wise, I think it's already on Twitter, but UBL will be starting up again. I will be joining that for its next season. We're gonna have a pretty nice team to work with there. Other than that, guys, I don't think there's anything else I need to tell you guys, but thank you guys for watching the YCL this season. I might be back, and I will tell you this much. I did join the staff to help out with one of their non-upload Wi-Fi divisions. So if you see me in that server, that's where I'm at. Thank you guys for watching. Join my Discord down below. And one last thing, question of the day. What was your favorite moment from this YCL season? Was it my 4-game win streak to end off the season? Was it this playoff game? Was it something else that I did specifically? Was it the freeze that really got me to where I am right now against PatMac on week 2? You guys let me know down below, but I'll talk to you guys next time. And that'll be it.